so in this scene, what I was trying to capture, I guess, and let me go backtrack a little bit. Anytime you're taking pictures, you want to convey the message of what it is, what is this scene about, and what you want to try to do is you want to try to set it up so that the viewer, the person who's seeing this picture, can get an idea of what's happening without having you break it down. There's been a couple really good posts in the ACBA page lately, just on some of the stuff that you could use to start. I guess we're getting a lot of younger cats started getting into ACBA, and they're not really sure like what to do in terms of a setup. So just simple advice. I think it was Michael, one of the Michaels, that had just mentioned, all you really need is some construction paper and some decent lighting, and he kind of broke it down so that you get an idea. And then I think it was within that post that somebody had mentioned how if your picture conveys your message, then you don't really have to sit there and break it down. So when I took yesterday's picture, what I tried to do is I try to take it so that that was in the picture. Then you could see, Black Panther in both of these pictures, and then you see Black Panther strapped, and then the message, or the when I put the picture up, I think what I wrote is send the email, we got him, or something like that. But as I took the picture, what I realized, a couple things. First and foremost, that piece that's right in the middle, right on top of Black Panther, is hard to see because Black Panther's already a darker color. There's the straps of the A.I.M soldiers. So that you couldn't really tell. I also had tried to create blood splatter using the glue gun. It didn't come out too great. I'll get better at it. I think I tried it one other time before for that eyeball that Winter Soldier was holding after one of the Original Sin comic books that I tried to, and it came out actually a little bit better than this. But so what this device did, I think it's from the video. I think it's a video game, Portal 2, and it looks like it has knives. So I just had him kind of stabbing Black Panther in one shoulder and slicing him in the other, and kind of the blood splatting. I actually changed a couple things from last night's scene. I put this guy, I had him, I think this guy was where this guy was where this guy was. So I just switched them up. So I have that A.I.M soldier just kind of trying to stick the needle inside of Black Panther's leg. This guy's just there as a security measure. This guy's recording, the procedure or the torture. And then you have this A.I.M soldier just with the control, kind of the remote control as he's controlling this knifed up little droid. So yeah, man. I think I go back and forth. I try to do some simple shots. I try to get a little more complicated. I try to put more, more figures in the shot. Always experimenting. Always looking for new, or not new, but always looking to improve upon, my posing, my shots, my lighting, and all that other good stuff. But yeah, in this case, I had actually found this at Newberry Comics. Snatched it up. It was on sale for like $3 from like $14, which is a crazy price. And dope, dope prop, pretty good details. So I was trying to think what I can do, and my first thought was Deadpool. But instead I went with Black Panther, and I'm glad I went with that choice because I actually had already printed these from a while back, so it just kind of matched up perfectly. So there he is on the computer. I had to take out one of the walls so I can get this angle. But I'm going to try the picture again, lighting up the little Portal 2 droid, and actually trying to get some different angles as he's lit up. And this came with the Muppets chemistry lab, and this dial was a commission that I'm assuming I'm gonna sell at some point. I'm not sure yet. The person who commissioned it says he wants it, but I haven't heard back in a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this is just stuff that I've compiled over the last year, and if I do in fact sell this dial, then I will create another one. But I wouldn't mind staying with this one. This one's a dope one. Alright, y'all. Alright, so I've had this display up for a couple days now. Or I've had the A.I.M soldiers out for a couple days now. And just wanted to wrap it up and kind of put part 2 of this display, which is Black Panther being rescued. You know how it be. The Avengers have to come through. So I just had those 3 A.I.M soldiers was pretty much standing up next to each other. One was holding a camera that in the original shot I think I had him holding it, but then I knocked it. I just didn't like the way it kind of extended off of Luke Cage's hand when I had the when I took the picture. It just kind of looked awkward, so I knocked it out of his hand. But anyway, he hits one and just kind of has a domino effect, and they all fall. That one falls through the table in the back, and this one's falling up against the wall. And then you have Clint coming through and just punching this guy real quick, and he's the guy who had the control for that Portal 2 kind of droid. And I also had Ant Man come in and just punch out the droid real quick. And Black Panther is hand is up. He's still trying to get out. Was able to put his head up a little bit just to see what's happening around him. And basically, he's about to get rescued with minimal damage. So yeah, just wanted to take some footage of this before I break it down, as I am going to put this dial away and box it up, and then I have to bring out the other dial tomorrow night so I can show the progress with that one, which is the load and dock dial. But yeah, alright man, hope y'all like. Peace. Alright y'all, so wanted to put a quick little video on this week. I think I got most of these this week. It is Wednesday. So the first thing I want to show is Al Figures and mini mates for him. That's what's up. Bob Joint, man, real good dude. He customizes, and so I contacted him a few months ago and was interested in getting a mini mates done of me, and I had to make sure that I had the B hat, ACBA t-shirt, the Nike sweater, and some Nike sneakers, because that's how I roll. And then Bob hooked it up with a little mini diorama, which is kind of dope. So thank you very much, man. But yeah, look for Bob Joint. He's on Facebook, Instagram. If you're following me on any of those, and you can find him through my friends. But real good dude, and real good dude, and he's actually doing this, or did a lot of mini mates. Morgan got one, and I think JC got one, and so there's a couple dudes that are kind of doing this, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so that's my first, oh, and of course, Beard Gang. Also got a real special package, man, that I'm really amped about from my homie Michael Wisman. Before I show the stickers, I just want to say I want to give him a big thank you. He hooked it up with this Popeye the Sailor Man original art sticker. So this is just art that's done directly on priority mail, U.S. priority mail stickers, which is a long standing tradition for graffiti artists. As a graffiti artist, I've used countless priority sticker, you know, as a blank canvas. So definitely good looking out. This is a really dope piece. Again, it's on a sticker. I'd never stick it up. This is something I'm definitely gonna keep. But I appreciate it. I'm actually a big fan of Popeye, man. I used to, when I was younger, man. We didn't, you know, I would take white rice and put it in a cup and tape up the top, and then peel it back and just you know, act like it was Popeye, but it was white rice. So I'm a big Popeye fan, and so I definitely appreciate that. And you can see it's a priority mail sticker, U.S. Postal Service, right there on that. So thanks, Mike, man. I appreciate it. I'm really excited about that. So what he did is, you know, I commissioned some you know, some dope ass. And Mike is the master. I mean, he's the #1 dude in my opinion when it comes, you know, to the word bubbles, to the cutouts. So what he did is he actually hooked up a bunch and cut them out. You know, did the cut, you know, like hooked it up in terms of cutting it out, and then he gave me some raw joints so I can practice on, which is much appreciated, man. But he hooked it up dope, man. I mean, I got that is one of my biggest weaknesses is the cutout game. I mean, but I think I know why. What I've been doing is just cutting them out of comic books, and what I usually do is I just put like a lot of times that same sticker, a blank sticker, I put on the back, and then what I do is you know, I cut it out. But you know, in having these in hand, the cardstock I think is everything, because this is a nice cardstock. I started cutting one of them last night, and it was cutting beautifully. I was like, man. My challenge was also kind of taking that extra fine tip Sharpie and tracing it once it's cut out. So I haven't tried that yet, but that'll be the next step. So hopefully I might refer back to Mike's tutorial and make sure that I get that right. So thank you very much, man. There's a lot of stuff, not just, you know, stuff that I can use for dials as well. This sheet here that you know, just newspaper. He actually hooked it up with a couple of crumbled up newspapers as well that I can definitely throw you know, in any dial, any outdoor dial. So thank you very much, Mike, man. I appreciate it. Michael Wisman, again, he's on Facebook. Check him out. I got this beast from Rick Valdez. So I got it. He had put it up on the Daily Planet trade page on Facebook. I've always wanted this beast. I love that beast face. You know, I have the original Toy Biz Beast, and I like it, but you know, it was kind of an older, much older version. So I definitely wanted him in the stealth. It's funny, man, because as soon as I got this, I was like, yo, I would love to paint that green like another color. So, you know, that crossed my mind, but I'm not a customizer at all. I don't even know where to start. But then today I bought this off. So anyway, I think I paid, I don't know, I think it was like 18 shipped or something like that. Got this Daredevil that I actually have had my eye on for quite some time. They had it at Toy Vault, and I didn't buy it, and when I went back again, it was gone. But this is from the Urban Legends set. The other one was not, but it was the same mold, I believe, and it was not a Marvel Legends. It was from another collection within Toy Biz. But I love this Daredevil. It's dope. So when I got this today, you could see kind of that red popping through the burgundy, man. And my first thought was that, yo, I would love to make this like my first project that I not customize, but you know, that I get some paint together and I actually paint some of those areas that are kind of off, you know, that red. And then in thinking that, I would do the same thing and get out of that green trim and just give it another color, like a red or something like that. So yeah, man, if anybody who watches my videos are customizers, do me a big favor, man, and let me know what paints I should get. any link me to any tutorials, anything like that. That would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Got these two little guys from man, I think it was Mini Mates Galore. Dude, and if I got it wrong, I apologize. But yeah, I got Zombie, Daredevil. And actually the real cool thing about this one is his chest piece is like a clear, has like a clear something where you can kind of see inside. So that's kind of dope. And also got old school uniform, old school suit, Daredevil. I'm a big Daredevil fan, man. My top three heroes for a long time, in no particular order, was Daredevil, the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and Cable. So those three dudes are kind of in my top 5. In my later years, I've become a big Iron Man fan and a Captain America fan. I mean, I've always liked them, but a little bit more these days. So those two may round up my top 5. I'm not sure. I gotta give it some thought. So thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. And then I got this I picked these up the other day at Toys R Us. Saw them there, and yeah, what the heck? They can be real cool props with SH Figure Arts recently releasing Mario. I can definitely put this in a shoot, as some of my action figures collect action figures. What? But yeah, man. So this is pickups for this week, man. And I just want to thank Rick and Mini Mates and Michael and Bob. Thank you very much, guys, man. I really appreciate it. You guys make collecting fun. You're always willing to give good deals and work with other collectors. So that's very much appreciated. So good looking out. All right, y'all, and I am outie 5,000. Peace.